हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा। The base. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya. Jaiva Narottamam. Saraswati Vyasam.
Devi Saraswati Vyasam.
Ashtaprayasha Bhadreshu. Bhagavata Sevaya. Uttama Shloke. Avatara Gunakarma Vidambanani. Amaniye Asurvigam Vivashagrana. He Aneka Janma Shamalam Sahashaiva Hitva. Yanti Apavrita Amritam Tam Ajam Prapadye. Yasya Avatara Gunakarma Vidambanani. Amaniye Take second. Yasya Avatara Gunakarma Vidambanani. Namaniye Asuvigame Vivshagrananti. Te Aneka Janma Shamalam Sahasaiva Hitva. Samyanti Apavrita Amritam Tam Ajam Prapadye. Yasya Avatara Gunakarma Vidambanani. Namaniye Asuvigame Vivshagrananti. Te Aneka Janma Shamalam Sahasaiva Hitva. Samyanti Apavrita Amritam Tam Ajam Prapadye. Yasya Avatara Gunakarma Vidambanani. Namaniye Asuvigame Vivshagrananti. Te aneka janma shamalam sahasaiva hitva samyanti apavrita amritam tamajam prapadhe. Whose avatara, incarnations, guna, transcendental qualities, karma, activity, vidambanani, all mysterious, amani, transcendental names, ye, those, asubhigame, while quitting this life, vivashaha, automatically, kirananti, invoke, te, they, aneka, many, janma, birth, shamalam, accumulated sins, sahasa, immediately, eva, certainly, hitva, giving up, shamyanti, obtain, apavrita, open, amritam, immortality, tam, him, ajam, the unborn, prapadye, I take shelter. Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of him whose incarnations, qualities, and activity the mysterious imitations of worldly affairs. One who invokes his transcendent names, even unconsciously at time, he quits his life, is certainly washed immediately of sins of many, many births and attains him without fail. Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of him whose incarnations, qualities, and activities are mysterious imitations of worldly affairs. One who invokes the transcendental names, even unconsciously, at the time he quits his body, quits his life, is certainly washed immediately of the sins of many, many births and attains him without fail. Hare Krishna Ratmana.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The activities of the incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are a kind of imitation of the activities going on in the material world. He is just like an actor on a stage. An actor imitates the activities of a king on stage, although actually he is not the king. Similarly, when the Lord incarnates, he imitates parts which he has nothing to do. Bhagavad Gita 4.14, it is said that the Lord has nothing to do with the activities in which he is supposedly engaged. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spruha. The Lord is omnipotent. Simply by his will, he can perform anything and everything. When the Lord appeared as Lord Krishna, he played the part of the son of Yashoda and Nanda, and he lifted the Govardhana hill, although lifting a hill is not his concern. He can lift millions of Govardhana hills by his simple desire. He does not need to lift it with his hand, but he imitates the ordinary living entity by this lifting. And at the same time, he exhibits his supernatural power. Thus, his name is chanted as the lifter of Govardhana hill or Sri Govardhana Dhari. Therefore, his acts in his incarnations and his partiality to the devotees are all imitations only, just like the stage makeup of an art expert dramatical player. His acts in that capacity, however, are all omnipotent, and the remembrance of such activities of the incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is as powerful as the Lord Himself. Ajamila remembered the holy name of the Lord Narayana by merely calling the name of his son Narayana, and that gave him a complete opportunity to achieve the highest perfection of life. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ramana remembered the holy name of Narayana by really calling the name. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisheshaya Shunavadi Pashadeshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Yasyavatara Gunakarma Vidambanani Namani Asuvikame Vivishagrananti Te Aneka Janma Shamalam Sahasaiva Hitva Samyanti Apavritam Amritam Tam Ajam Prapadhe. Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of him whose incarnation, qualities, and activities are mysterious imitations of worldly affair. One who invokes the transcendental names even unconsciously at the time he quits his body is certainly washed immediately of the sins of many persons and attains it without fail. So why does Krishna does it? His activities are exactly normal, like anyone's activity. Buddhi also says that Maya Javanika Achanam Agna Adokshadamavayam Nalakshase Mundadita Nato Natu Dharoyata Nato Natu Dharoyata. Just like an actor on a dramatical stage, Krishna's activities are exactly very difficult to recognize. Just like in a, suppose your relative is playing in a drama. In South India, here in Mangalore, we have something called Yakshagana. So much they paint the face and put so much, you cannot recognize your relative. Even though maybe your brother is standing, you cannot recognize. So much they put decoration. Similarly, Krishna also acts exactly like a normal person will act. And that is why even Brahma got bewildered. That's why Brahma is offering this prayer. And Brahma saw Krishna holding some, fruit salad in his hand, some butter in his hand, and roaming, sitting with his friends in Vrindavan. He got a news that just now somebody has killed a huge, powerful demon who had taken the form of Agasura. They were all actually kings, the Siddhis. Agasura was not a snake, he was a demon. And he was a king. Agasura, Bakasura, all the super. And he had taken a huge shape of a huge python to swallow Krishna and his friends on the instigation of Kamsa. And Krishna killed them. There was a celebration, Devatas were dancing, when big trouble is over. So when Krishna was, Brahma was told, the Brahma came to see. He says, my Lord, like this, small boy, maybe 6 years or 7 years like that at that time, he was roaming around Vrindavan, with some little fruit in his hand and eating, having some lunch in a forest. Is he Narayana? Is he the Supreme Personality? Brahma could not understand. And he made a mistake. Everybody knows he stole all the friends of Krishna and all the cows from there. First he stole all the cows. The friends of Krishna were having lunch with Krishna, could not see their cows. The cows are gone deep inside the forest. They were in great anxiety. Krishna, cows. So Krishna said, doesn't matter. You all eat, I'll get them. Don't disturb the lunch. So much affection of the Lord. Don't disturb the lunch. I'll take care. And Krishna went. He knows what's happening. That gave opportunity for Brahma. Now he stole the boys. And took everybody, all the calves, cows, and all the boys, and put them in some cave. Hid them in some cave. And gave them some deep nidra. That much power Brahma has. And then when Krishna came, the boys are also gone. Now Krishna knows what's happening, but he says, oh Brahma, you want me to show you my power? He expanded to thousands, whatever the number, maybe lakhs of cows. I heard the 9 lakh cows Krishna used to bring. Whatever it is, the whole strength Krishna imitated. He took the form of Vishnu, so many Vishnus first, and they all turned into cows. Turned to the coward boys, the same feature, with the same color of cloth, with the same personality, same nature. No mother could detect that Krishna has not come. No, sorry, that her child has not come. No mother could detect. No cows could detect that calves have not come. Krishna had come in other form. So all the cows were actually giving milk to Krishna for 1 year. All the mothers were bathing and dressing Krishna for 1 year. That way Krishna gave service to everybody, personal service to everybody. This pastime goes on. And then Balramji observes that previously every resident of Vrindavan used to love Krishna more than their own child. Even though children were coming back home in the evening, their eyes used to be on Krishna. They amazed the child, eyes were on Krishna. But now what happened? They were loving the child equal to Krishna. And he saw intense affection. He saw one day the cows were grazing on the top of the hill, the coward men. And below the children were taking care of the calves. And the moment cows saw their calves, they started running down the hill, which was not very comfortable, And the cowmen taking care of them, Gopals, they felt quite angry. And they ran below and they met their calves, and the calves started drinking their own milk. And they came running below to chastise their cows for having left everything. And when they saw their own children there, so much affection that they embraced the children with so much love. So at that time, Balramji witnessed the whole thing. He said, what has happened in Vrindavan? Suddenly the affection of cows to their calves and people to the children increased so much. Then he asked Krishna, what's happening here? And Krishna tells him, actually these are not their children, neither the cows' calves. So the love of Krishna, so intense, it becomes more than your own family member. That's a proof. Somebody loves Krishna, it's not that it doesn't stop loving family members. There is definitely sense of vairagya. There is not, affection is always there, but he loves Krishna more. And then Balramji noticed. And then he asked Krishna, then Krishna explains what Brahma. But Brahma did the nuisance and how he had to protect. Residents of Vrindavan would have died seeing the children are lost. And then Brahma comes to witness the whole thing, what's happening. He's shocked. Same people who have hidden in a cave, they're all standing there. He got totally confused. And then Krishna turned all of them, all the cows and all the Gopas became Narayana, whom Brahma recognizes because he keeps reporting to Brahma regularly. My Narayana, so many Narayanas, and all being worshipped by different energies. He was totally shocked. Then he offered prayers to Krishna in Bhagavatam. Beautiful prayers. So the Brahma got bewildered. Nato nyato dharo yatha. That's the Queen Kunti uses the prayer just like an actor on a dramatical stage. It's not possible. So Krishna acts exactly. The point is, why does he do like that? Because Krishna is only revealed to the devotees. He looks like a normal man. Why does he take birth from father and mother? He doesn't have to know. He can just stand like Narayana. Yes, I have come. No, he'll take birth from somebody. So that only devotees can recognize the Lord as King. He keeps himself hidden. Then why did a material world itself was created if Krishna just comes and keeps standing and declares his presence every time? The very purpose will come. Material world is created for people who do not want to serve Krishna to have an independent life. And here Krishna doesn't want to disturb them. He's invisible. This is not spiritual world. Spiritual world like Vaikuntha, every day Narayana is coming out of the palace and people can see him. They worship him, they dance, they joy, so much happiness is there. All in Goloka, Krishna is every day planning some mischief with his friends. Today that house will steal butter. Today I'm going to meet Radharani this way. Every day some fun and excitement. Every day they can see Krishna. And they can understand. True, their Yogamaya operates, but that's a separate issue. Their intense love of Krishna. But in material world, Krishna comes as nato dharayata, looking at the normal man. Sometimes it asks Krishna, it's like Krishna has to lift with his hand, Prabhupada is saying Govardhana hill. He's a pure devotee. He says, why he has to even lift his hand? All the mountains can be lifted just by his wish. We know God is great, we don't know how great is he. Just by his wish, all the mountains, he doesn't have to lift his hand to lift the mountain. Just by his wish, all the mountains can lift it. He can lift planets, he can lift universes. So what is the small mountain for? And actually we are used to such a personality in our heart. In our heart, there is a place for such a personality, a hero. Therefore we go to see movies. Hero. You will find that people will beat in 5 minutes. Totally, 500 people Gunda is having, and hero will go beat all of them. Huh? So, that kind of impression, hero. Because Krishna's place, you give foolishly to somebody. But actually, it's Krishna who is a real hero, and he can do that. He used to fight with all the armies of Jarasandha, just with his brother Balaram. He used to tell Mathura people, you don't bother. Just 2 of them used to go and defeat all the army of Jarasandha. Similarly, Bhaumasura, whole army alone he defeated. He doesn't need anybody's help to do any work. He can do everything on his own. So, but Krishna still acts normally so that normal people are not disturbed. Krishna keeps himself. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavritaha. Krishna is hidden from the heart of all people. Okay? So Krishna's activities, incarnation qualities are mysterious imitations of worldly affairs. They're imitations. So that Krishna doesn't want to force his presence. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tataiva bhajami. To the degree we develop service attitude, and how much to the degree service attitude, see what happens. Enjoying attitude and service attitude are opposite. So first thing, we have to free our heart from unwanted material desires, because that is enjoying attitude. There is Sevon and Bahir Mukha. Till the time we have Bahir Mukha attitude of face away from Krishna, and I am the enjoyer, either in gross way or subtle way, Krishna is not revealed. But when we have a service attitude, Sevon Mukhe Jivadav Swayameva Spurati Alaha, then Krishna is revealed. I think Krishna is revealed in a very sweet way. then our service attitude develops. And then everything is revealed. It's Krishna's transcendental name, everything is revealed. And devotee intensely chant the name of the Lord. And what's the glory of Krishna here? Just like we go to Mayapur, we will hear Dham Mahatma there. Soma Dham Mahatma, definitely. Mayapur is a very special place. But at the same time, there is something called Nama Mahatma, the glories of the holy name. What is the Nama Mahatma? That when you are leaving the body, if you can just chant Krishna Nama, you go back to the spiritual world. And we have the evidence that Ajamila, he unconsciously, he didn't even chant the holy name attentively. He was just chanting the name of the child, Narayana. But he got an opportunity to achieve highest perfection. So we should be, if you know such a thing, how easy it is. So why don't you practice? Why don't you practice? Kalau dosha nide rajan asti eka mahan vana kirtanat eke krishnasya mukta sangha param raje. Kali is full of faults, but there is one great quality. Just by chanting the name of Krishna, you can achieve supreme perfection. So, so wonderful. So take opportunity of this. Many times Srila Prabhupada people said, Swamiji, I agree. Holy name of God is very powerful. Prabhupada, that's nice. But we have to chant it seriously. That is where the mistake we do. People don't chant seriously. And then if that kind of practice is not there, there will be no realization. And if there is no realization, you will not chant the name of the Lord at the moment of death. Your heart will be full of strong material desires. You will aspire for that. I take birth again in this world. Unless attentively you chant the name of Krishna, heart will not be pure. Okay? So we do know, all of us know, the name of God is powerful, but you will do it seriously. Take full advantage and practice seriously Krishna consciousness. Then the name of Krishna will be there in your mouth all the time, and then definitely at the time of death, and you go back to the spiritual world. Yeah. So Brahma is giving us a hint. He is a supreme grandfather. Just like a grandfather kindly gives some hint to the child, grandchild, how to be successful in life. So Brahma is saying, if it's at the time of death, even unconsciously, somebody chant the name of the Lord, certainly washed sins of many, many births and attains Krishna without fail. Hare Krishna, everybody. Yes, Rupali Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, we are getting to know that Kartik month is the best among all the months. But in Gita, Krishna ji says that maaso mein main Margashish maas. So which one is better?
Margashish. See, there are so many months which are good. It's actually for a devotee, every day is good. Okay? He wants to serve Krishna. In different angles, Krishna says. He says, among also says, the flower bearing spring is also very nice. Anna? Correct? For say, Seva to Krishna, generally Vaishnavas, Kartik they make special. See, every day is good. Every month is good. For service to Krishna, we are not that only we will do service that time. Just like among days, Ekadashi is very nice now. Correct? So it's not the other days will not do service. We are clean. Okay, Ekadashi do a little more serious. Correct? Similarly, and general practice in Vaishnavas, Kartik is given very special status. Okay? Other months are also, some of the months are special. See, if Krishna said, like in Bhagavad Gita, he says, among the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. This is the other Pandavas are not dear to him. Bhimiji, Hanumanji, is also very dear. They are also dear. Other months are also nice, especially nice. Okay? Some angles, Krishna said, I like the flower bathing spring. Then some angle he says. In fact, Magh Masa is also so nice. All that big events they do in Magh Masa. The Kumbh Mela, they do it in Magh Masa.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Just chant more, that's all. Can't take one to chant more. And offer special worship to Krishna. 20th, one more day. Hari Bol, just one more day. Okay, ready? Everybody is ready? Okay, so 2 classes that you're having tomorrow, just remind the people. I told all my people to get Diya ready and they can join 8 to 8:30 at least at the last Kartik and do one Diya. Okay. And the temple will try from 7:30 to 8:30. We can have nice kirtan and offer Diya to the Lord. Okay. Tell all your students also to come with Diya. Okay. Online we will try. I'll try 1 or 2 links online. Okay. Hare Krishna. Anybody else? Anything? Anuradha, yes, Anuradha, what happens that some people, your calendar is Amavasya to Amavasya. Some people is Purnima to Purnima. So in all South India, some people follow this Amavasya to Amavasya. Even in North India, some people. But Mathura is always Purnima to Purnima. We follow Mathura calendar. Okay? Okay, that is fine. So everybody is ready? Hare Krishna, Sukanti Iyer, Hare Krishna.
Yes, good morning. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Just to, I mean, I'm feeling very embarrassed to ask you, when we see news, sometimes in the night, we are hearing the disturbing thing about, the thing happening in, I think, Calcutta area, Bangladesh, to ISKCON devotees. So, I was very, very disturbed. So I wanted to really know, really something. It was a disturbing thing. You must have also been hearing one about ISKCON devotees, being
Devotees are working. So, the whole ISKCON movement is very serious about it. We have talked to the leaders in Bangladesh. We have even taken it to United Nations. What we can do? First, the devotees are confident things will be normal. And the one option for them is they can always come to India, correct? And ISKCON has temples around the world to protect them. But at the same time, they are saying just, this is not this little flare up, flared up. They are watching, wait and watch the scene. Government has assured action against the people. It happens, Mataji, riots happen, Hindu-Muslim riots happen even in India. Last year wasn't there in Delhi. Okay. The only thing is here, an innocent devotee was. It's very sad. Okay.
Very sad. Very sad.
And the DTs, proper DT was burned. The DTs were burned. Very sad, very unfortunate. Reactions comes to this. See what happens. I just look sometimes to see if the whole Roman Empire destroyed, gone. British Empire destroyed, gone. Such kind of activity destroy a civilization. Very dangerous, to touch a pure devotee. Very, very serious. Their own ruin people bring. See, you cannot harm anybody. Krishna protects every devotee. But when such activity, the reactions are very serious. So we know, anyway, Yamaraj is also ready. But at the same time, we have to also protect the devotees. So ISKCON at the highest level is very actively involved and doing what is needs to be done. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
This riots, religious riots are not unknown to us. It happened last year in Delhi. It happened. So many people died. Delhi, our capital, isn't it? West Delhi, there was huge and people are arrested. But action happened. People are arrested from both the sides and there is peace now. Similarly, we are waiting and watching what's the kind of situation unfold. The devotee there are saying this is just a flare-up which happened. They're surprised because ISKCON, we never offend any religion. So you're surprised that they became angry at us because we have no negative approach to it. We respect every religion. Surprise. There is something of flare-up has been there. There was a rumor in Bangladesh that somewhere in some function and Durga Puja when Quran was born. And they're very touchy about such things. But it's a rumor as far as we can understand. They got flared up. Then they started attacking everything left, right, center, including the attack. Yesterday also, I think some houses were burned. Presently, the atmosphere is very agitated. And looks like the government is not able to control the scene. Okay? Hare Krishna Mataji. So chalo, anybody more deciding last minute? There were some, I think 10 rooms remaining. They said we cancel. I said no, cancel. Don't worry, some people will like to come. Teachers can also try. I got 3-4 people to book last 2 days. Okay. I had always kept some little extra for last minute booking as usual. So somebody still yes, no, finish it up. Okay. Hare Krishna. Mancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhava evacha. Hare Krishna Supriya Mataji, where are you? You are in Bangladesh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji from Singapore. So I wanted to ask about Kartik month fasting because many people are doing in many ways. So how and what we should do? We don't know about scripture. So it's very confusing for me. Like here, yeah.
Too much don't think. Kartik month, we can introduce so many things, add so many things. People do that. Chant more, that's it. Chant more, read more, do more service. Okay? That's simple. Okay? That's what we all do. Okay? You want, that people will give you. So you have to eat, no, don't eat, eat only this. Eat like the gopis, they eat that havya. You can do something you want. People will give you more advice. Offer one diya to the Lord, sing Damodar Ashtaka sweetly, offer yourself to the Lord with sincerity. Okay? See, one thing is to add a lot of detail, one thing is to add sincerity. I say better add sincerity more. Okay? Hare Krishna. Okay. Yes, Uma Mataji, what are his devotees asking? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, we take leave now.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, one of the devotees asked whether he can offer the diya or puja in the month of Kartik. His father expired 1 month back, it seems, Prabhuji.
Oh, no problem. No problem, Mataji. He can offer diya and all. See what happens, Mataji, for few days, in ISKCON we hardly follow that. I've seen brahmacharis, they get news, somebody very near in their family died. They don't even cry for 1 minute. I've seen 1 minute they don't cry. They continue to serve Krishna. We don't stop the service in ISKCON. Okay. It's only my analysis that was after you hear such a, see one thing, this is his immediate father. Most of the time relatives, we never see today. Today family is a micro, husband, wife and child, that's it. And you hear some far away, oh, we don't even know the name, we never met him also. They hardly affects. I think because personally, when you are serving Krishna, you should be mentally and physically healthy. No?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I think that's okay, no problem. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you.
Vancha kalpata rubhascha kripas. So everybody be ready with a diya from tomorrow night. Keep a diya ready with you and you can offer a diya. Okay. Vancha kalpata rubhascha kripas sindhu cha patitana pavanebhyo